Hey YouTubers, thanks for checking into the video today. Today's review is going to be on a premium version of the Daiwa's Zillion series. This particular reel is the Team Daiwa Zillion Type R. The actual model itself is located there. It's the 100HSHR. Okay, so that's the actual model of it. It's a very tuned and refined version. One of, like I said, one of their premium versions of the Zillion, the ever popular Zillion series of baitcast reels that they have. Okay, so I'm going to start off by saying, okay, the name Type R. Daiwa originally came up with the name Type R because it's got to do with pretty much cars that go really, really fast. So if I just quickly show you there, a bit of, it says there, Team Daiwa and Zillion. On this side here, you're actually going to be getting that Type R logo there. And then if you can see in certain angles, and I'll show you here, it's going to have a really lightly written number 7 here. And it's going to have point, like dot, and you're going to be able to see a 3 there, if you can see it right there. Okay, you can see it better in real life, but it says 7.3. What that's got to do with is the speed of it. Like I said, it's a very fast reel. Okay, so it is going to be, for every one turn of the handle, you're going to be getting 7.3 revolutions or turns of that spool. Okay, what I did find with this particular reel is that it is, you know, 7.3 is getting into the very fast sort of zone. I actually would have preferred it if it was a little bit slower. A lot of the fishing that I do, I did find that a slower retrieve, like around about a 6.3, 6.6 would have been a bit better. But yeah, there is a time and a place for a reel with this sort of speed. It's generally when you're trying to burn certain baits back to you and retrieve them incredibly quickly. And then also once you are out of that strike zone, so say for example you're standing here, you cast out there and you're targeting this sort of zone here. Once the lure's around about here, you're just trying to burn it and get it back to you as fast as possible, so then you can cast again and have more time with your lure in the water, as opposed to, you know, spending, you know, a lot of time just reeling it back to you. Okay, so it's about keeping it within that strike zone, and then obviously certain baits you're going to want to work really, really quickly. Okay, guys. It was one of the first few reels to be released at that 7.3 speed. At the time, it was like a revolutionary speed. It was so fast. It was one of the fastest speed, you know, reels that you could actually buy on the market, and that was one of its selling points as well. But certainly there is a lot of technology that goes into this particular reel that makes it a very, unfortunately, a very expensive reel. It actually retails in America for around about, you know, when it, at the time of its you know, when it was on the market, because now it's, I don't think Daiwa sell them anymore, but at the time that it was on the market, it was considered one of the best baitcast reels that you can get, and I don't doubt that at all. I'll get into that in just a second. But it was a bit dear. Okay, it was a bit expensive. It was about $400 US, which equals to around about, say, in Australia, around about, say, I remember seeing it around for, you know, over $500. I got it, I believe, for around about $475 about 2.5 years back, guys. The features that make this reel really special, guys, is that it's super refined. Okay, so the word refined means that you know, in the construction of it, they've put in a lot of effort into carefully producing and making this bait and the components that go within it to have one of the most smoothest reels I've ever owned. It's actually the smoothest reel, baitcast reel that I've actually ever used, ever. But what you will find is with refined reels, and this only comes with time and over, you know, as you fish certain Now, everything over time is going to slowly wear. You're going to have to obviously service it, just like I did. But it's taken about 2.5 years for this reel to be almost unusable now. I have serviced it. It has got new, a lot of new components in there, new bearings, new different things over time. But there's only so much components that you can really sort of put back into this reel before it ultimately is never truly the same again, like the first day that you get it out of the box. And that's not uncommon. That's a normal thing that comes with age. But yeah, like I said, it's so refined that it's not one of those reels to really withstand longevity, so to speak. It will over time not really last that well. Okay. Now, the main thing is inside here, you've got a drive gear right here, which is located in this section here. It's a special type of, let's have a look here, a high tensile, I should say, brass alloy construction that's helical cut, which means that if I get that gear and take it out, it's going to look somewhat like a 20-cent piece, for example. That 20-cent piece, if I turn it around here and show you that gear, all gears are going to be cut like that. So as you turn it, it's going to be able to, those teeth and those cogs are going to be able to dig into another piece with teeth in it as well. These are helical cut, meaning that if I turn that thing on that angle, it's going to be cut on an angle like that, giving you a very nice smooth turn of the handle, very refined feel, okay guys? And it's super smooth. Very large line guide there, okay, very good for casting. Awesome spool, okay. It's got a special type of spool that Daiwa put into this reel that is super smooth. It's a floating reel, and it's very smooth, guys. Next would be the fact that this particular reel, and a lot of times when you do go out and buy a reel, a lot of companies now are going to want to advertise the fact of how many ball bearings that they have within the reel itself. The more ball bearings, I suppose technically the smoother the reel is going to be. I know that there's some reels that I own now, and certainly in the market now, a lot of companies are going to chuck in heaps of ball bearings for you just so they can sell their reel as, we've got 11 or 10 ball bearings or 9 ball bearings within the reel here. This particular one's got 11, but that being said, even though it's got the same amount of ball bearings as a lot of the other reels that I do own that have like that amount as well, they do not come close to the smoothness of this particular reel. So Daiwa actually put in absolutely a premium ball bearing system in there. It's a very high speed ball bearing system and very smooth one at that as well. Next it is an aluminium frame with aluminium side plate as well there. It does have Daiwa's MagForce Z braking system there. Okay. Daiwa's got like some of the best braking systems available on the market, guys. Very detailed in terms of, every time you click and you cast, you'll actually notice the distance on your lures for every single click that you sort of put on there, and you can do really fine increments in terms of adjustments there. In terms of the numbers that are actually listed on there, it's a little bit hard to see if I can focus in there. It is all chromed up there. It says off there, and it goes from number 1 to number 10, but there's little dots in between each number, so you do get ultimately 20 clicks there. Okay. Next step would be infinite anti-reverse, which is a normal thing that you get on your premium baitcast reels nowadays. Free-floating perforated aluminium spool, which is what I was talking about before, but definitely like a premium aluminium spool. Very light, very strong. but very, very smooth as well, guys. Like I said before, high tensile brass alloy drive gear, along with the brass alloy pinion gear that goes through that drive gear as well, guys. Very high speed, 7.3. You're not going to be having any difficulties with burning certain baits that you need to speed up, and also obviously get back to you once it's outside of that strike zone. It does have Daiwa's Ultimate Tournament drag system, carbon drag system in there. Very, very smooth, guys. One of the best. Daiwa produce awesome drag systems there as well. Very smooth. So yeah, none of this sort of like sort of feeling in terms of that stuttering with drag. You never simply have that problem with the Ultimate Tournament drag there. One more thing that it does have, and I suppose jacks up the price as well with this particular reel, is that it's got a carbon fiber made swept back handle. And I'm actually going to show you that now, because it's actually not on this reel. This here is the aluminium, aircraft grade aluminium swept back handle that was that I got on my new Daiwa More Than reel. Because I love the previous handle on this particular model, so I'm going to show you the More Than now. That's it there. That's the handle that you would have got on that. So imagine that on that thing there. Okay, I did actually replace it with these Cork Knobs, guys. It doesn't come with Cork Knobs. That's why I got these ones here for you, because this is what it came with. So I'm sorry that you have to see it in different sections, but obviously that is going to be these knobs here. And they're very nice as well, actually. Very comfortable. They're a little bit oversized, so they're a bit larger than your standard sort of like flatter Daiwa ones here. But yeah, very grippy, very comfortable to hold, with a bit of aluminium bits on the end there. Alright, so imagine these knobs on this handle there, and you can see how much that's been swept back. Daiwa do not mess around when they say swept back handle. I know that a lot of companies, they call it swept back, and they literally sweep your handle back about a couple of mils, about maybe to about, instead of being about there, probably to about there. Literally, it's only slightly swept back. This is really, it's aggressive angle, and it's pretty much about there. Okay. So yeah, imagine that handle here, that carbon fiber handle on this particular reel. Alright guys, so cool. Let's talk about the things that I like about this reel and the things that I dislike about the reel. One, it is the smoothest baitcast reel I have ever owned. Two, it's probably the best performing reel I've ever owned as well, and it casts a mile as well. Very expensive and refined, okay, I keep using that word, refined components. And you can only truly tell that, guys, when you sort of get this particular reel in your hand and start turning that handle. It's incredibly smooth, guys. Okay, so yeah, awesome. Really nice componentry. Love the spool. Love that helical cut gear in there. Oh, sorry, one last thing. Clicking aluminium drag star there. Alright, really long handles on that, so you don't have a problem with trying to quickly adjust there. Clicking, and also clicking spool tension there. Alright, awesome. And it's a really nice big knob that they put there for that spool tension there, and it makes the reel look really aggressive as well. Alright, but yeah, they're the things I like about it. I love Daiwa's MagForce magnetic braking system. I reckon it's the best on the market. Alright, dislikes about it, and it's only fair, I have to let you know, it is saltwater ready. Guys, I'm not knocking this, so don't give me no hate mail or anything like that. I'm sure I'll probably get it anyways. But with this particular reel, like I said, I've only got good things to say. But over time, and this is a long time, and I fish this thing like literally like probably maybe anything from at least one time a week, anything up to 3 to 4 times a week. After work, I'll go out there and fish it. And I've owned this reel for 2 years, so it's only natural that over time it's gotten to a point where it's not only like lost its refinement, it's almost like it's just really not that fun to use anymore, because it's simply has been worked in, and it's just, you know, certain components have been, I suppose, aged so much. I have had a lot of it changed over, a lot of ball bearing systems, a lot of the parts in there are serviced, but it's never truly the same, guys. Let's be honest. Nothing can fight against Father Time. Yeah. So yeah, one last thing that I dislike about it is the price, because it is expensive as hell. 400 US, or around about 500 at the time when it was on sale, Australian dollars, about 500 Australian dollars. But worth every single dollar. Okay, so not cheap, but you can see where the money's sort of gone. Oh, lastly, I think I told you before, it is made in Japan, so very, very refined reel. Okay, keep saying that word, refined. Guys, I appreciate you guys checking into the video today. If you got any comments, please comment below. If you got any questions, please let me know. Please subscribe to the channel to see more reviews. I'll be moving on to my spin reels and a lot more rod reviews. So yeah, stick around for that, guys, and yeah, give me the thumbs up if you appreciate the video. Guys, I'll catch you around. Happy fishing. All right, see you later. Bye.